In the early 1990s, a small family decided to move into an old house located on the outskirts of Pennsylvania. The house was isolated, surrounded by forest on three sides, and the rent was strangely cheap, which made it very tempting despite its age. As soon as they moved in, they began noticing strange things. At first, it all seemed like coincidences, footsteps from the upstairs rooms, even though no one was there, faint whispers at night, and flickering lights despite changing the bulbs. Weeks passed, and things grew more disturbing. The mother would wake up to find the kitchen utensils moved from their places, though she was sure everything was in order before bed. The father heard children laughing in the basement at night, even though his own kids were asleep upstairs. Their youngest child began speaking about the lady who visits him every night, describing her in unsettling detail. Gray hair, wide eyes, and a face completely void of expression. One night, the family was startled awake by the mother's screams. They found her crying and shaking in the bathroom, staring at the mirror. She said she saw a woman's face behind her, but when she turned around, no one was there. However, written in the steam on the mirror were the words, "You are in her place now." Terrified, the father decided to install cameras all over the house. What the cameras recorded was chilling. Several times, shadowy figures could be seen darting through the hallways, and doors opened by themselves. In one recording, a ball rolled across the floor on its own, stopping suddenly as if an invisible hand had caught it. But the story didn't end there. One night the father woke up to the screams of his eldest son. He rushed to his room and found the boy lying on the floor, his body covered in long scratches. The walls were marked with strange writings in a language they couldn't recognize. The family brought in a priest from a local church, and as soon as he entered the house, he began sweating and trembling. He said, "This place is not clean. There is something trapped here, something very old." At night, loud knocking came from inside the walls. Windows opened by themselves, even when locked. The air would turn freezing cold at random times. One night, without warning, a fire broke out in the living room, as if the house itself was trying to burn them out or destroy them. Finally, the family fled the house, leaving everything behind: furniture, clothes, even family photo albums. The house was never rented again and eventually became abandoned. But locals say if you pass by late at night, you can still see the lights turning on and off by themselves, and sometimes the figure of a woman appears in the window, silently watching, as if waiting for someone or begging for help.